Man be man is back.
Oh, okay, boys, do it again. Oh my gosh, the ring got messed up. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have delivered. You know what I'm saying? It's true. You know what I'm saying? But oh, look at that! Oh my God!
This is your boy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash the True Inferno. And I'm back with another Fortnite gameplay, and as promised, here it is on a Saturday, and I am reviewing E3 because E3 is now over, obviously. So we're gonna talk about what happened at the press conferences and on the side, meaning they were not presented at anybody's press conference, but they still appeared at E3 in some way, shape, or form. So let's start off with the company that started off E3, that was EA, with their press conference last week. And they showed off Battlefield 5. They did mention Battle Royale, and we'll get more of that later this year. They threw some shots at Call of Duty with basically no premium passes or loot boxes. And we'll get more on Battlefield 5 later, I guess. Although there's not much to say about it. Next up is FIFA 19. That one was okay. Not much to talk about there. Then they talk about their streaming service or their streaming subscription. And all their new games, their big games, Madden 19, FIFA 19, Battlefield 5, and Anthem. In the Vault will be a part of this streaming service right here. And that will launch later this summer. Then they literally talk. No gameplay, no trailer, no video. Just talk about a new Star Wars game called Jedi Fallen Order. So all we know is this. This is taking place between episode 3 and 4. The Jedi being hunted down, and it will come out holiday season next year, 2019. So after that, they went to Battlefront 2. There's a new hunt mode. It's Han Solo season based off the movie. Clone Wars coming later this year. And we talk about the largest level ever built. And they admitted that they made some mistakes when the game first came out. They want to get it right. And then of course we got Unravel 2, which is out now, and there's co-op in this one. And then we got some EA originals. So last year it was a Ray Out, which blew up big time. Now the next thing that, in my opinion, could fall in line is Sea of Solitude. That one looked really interesting. So be on the lookout for that. And then we saw a video, or not a video, but a trailer for NBA Live 19. There could potentially be squads in there. And then we got Madden 19, no gameplay. And they mostly talk about this guy who became the Madden champ recently. And he seems to me to be a jerk. And then we got Command & Conquer's Rivals for the mobile phone. And then they ended off with Anthem. And again, they took some shots at Call of Duty. No loot boxes. So you will know what you're buying before you buy it. And there's co-op, and there's a release date. February 27th. And it's not on the Switch. So overall, I gave EA a C-. They played it safe. There was no new major game or a major sequel aside from what was expected, leaked, or shown. So not much here from EA. That's why I gave them a C-. Next up is Microsoft. So we're talking 15 world premieres, 18 exclusive, and 50 games. So Halo Infinite is one of them. No gameplay, and they will use the Slip Space engine. Then we got Ori and the Will of the Wisp, Sekiro Shadow Die Twice, Fallout 76. More on that game later. The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, Crackdown 3. We do have a release month. We're talking February of next year, obviously. Nier Automata is coming to the Xbox One, and it's basically all one big edition called the Nier Automata Become as Gods edition. So all the DLCs, including the original game itself, will be in this one disc, and that will drop June the 26th. So basically 10 days from now, the time I release this video. And we got Metro Exodus, which comes out February the 22nd, obviously. And then here's the shocker. They showed trailer and gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 3. I cannot believe that. That was huge. So Frozen will be in the game. The gummy ships are back. And in case you missed the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra concert that was in LA prior to E3 starting, by the way, and everybody blowing up over this, the release date is January 29th, so it was pushed back from 2018 to a month, basically. Okay, then we got Sea of Thieves. There are 2 DLCs coming, one in July, one in September. They talked about Battlefield 5. They talked about Forza Horizon, where they really put a lot of emphasis on the seasons. That's coming out October 2nd. And then, of course, Microsoft really brought in 5 new studios, which is a plus, obviously. The next game is We Happy Few, followed by PlayerUnknown's Battleground. They talked about a war mode right in that game. We're supposed to drop winter of this year. And then we got the Tales of Vesperia, rather, Definitive Edition. Same time, winter this year, when we got gameplay. And then we got the Division 2. So yeah, the Division 2 is real. We got gameplay, and that game will drop March the 15th of next year. Then they talk about Xbox Game Pass and some independent games. And then we got Shadow the Tomb Raider, which drops this September the 14th. And then it's not Skate 4, but this one's pretty close. It's Sessions. No gameplay, but based on the trailer, that is very interesting. So don't sleep on Sessions. Then we got Black Desert, followed by, and here's the big one. Here's another big one. Devil May Cry 5. That is crazy. We got gameplay, and it comes out spring of next year. So that's dope. And then we got some more DLC for Cuphead, or another edition called Cuphead, The Delicious Last Course. That's supposed to come out next year. And then Tunic is dropping, and that game looks sick, and that music is dope. So be on the lookout for Tunic. Jump Force is coming out. Now, some of these games are not Xbox exclusives, obviously. So here's what Jump, and this is another big one here. That's supposed to come out next year. So we talking like think Marvel vs. Capcom, but this is for Shonen Jump. So we talking Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, One Piece, and more. Even Bleach. Yes, Bleach. And then we got Dying Light 2. You know, gameplay and your choices that you make in this game will matter. Battletoads coming out next year. Just Cause 4 this December the 4th. And then they were trolling with this one. They gave us Gears Pop, which comes out next year on the phone. Then Gears Tactics, which comes out on the PC. And then Gears of War 5. Yes, Gears of War 5. They gave us gameplay. That game will drop next year. And then they ended off with Cyberpunk 2077. We got a trailer, and it was a bit of a crazy, unusual, epic intro. I will give it that. So overall, I gave Xbox a B. So it was quantity with a little quality. Basically, 50% of the games were good or above. And then this is assuming, this is me counting all the indie games that they show as, I'm just counting as one instead of multiple games, because they just went through a bunch of indie games outside from Seed of Solitude. Devil May Cry was huge, obviously, along with them showing Kingdom Hearts 3. Obviously, we all know about Kingdom Hearts 3. We all know about the release date. But the fact that they showed Kingdom Hearts 3 was huge. That really helped them out. That alongside with Devil May Cry 5 and The Division 2. Now, let's move on to Bethesda. So, they start off with a rock concert that wasn't even good music, in my opinion. And this is for Rage 2, which drops spring of next year. Gameplay for that. Then we got Elder Scrolls Legends, a strategy card game. It comes out later this year on the Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. Then they talk more about the Elder Scrolls Online Somerset game. So there's new DLCs coming out. So we got Warp Hunter based on werewolves and Musmire, how you pronounce that joint. Then we got Doom Eternal, which is the sequel to Doom, followed by Quake Champions. So you can get the free trial till tomorrow, really. That's when the free trial ends. And you can keep playing it for free after the trial ends. So once after June 17 goes by, if you already have the free trial, you can still keep playing it for free. So that's pretty dope. Prey, they talked about Prey. So we got new modes like a story mode, a new game plus mode, and survival mode. We got Moon Crash for Prey. So every one is unique, and that is out now. And we got Typhon Hunter, which comes out later this year. It's like a high instinct mode where the players are mimics. So basically like the black symbiotes from Spider-Man. That's what a mimic is, basically, and they can kill you. So now we move on to Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. So it is coming to the Switch this month, June the 29th, and they just talked about it. Then we got a new one, Wolfenstein Youngblood. That's a co-op game coming out next year. There's no gameplay for that. And there's another Wolfenstein game called Cyberpilot. That will be in VR, as is Prey, Typhon Hunter. Then they talked a lot about Fallout 76. And based on what they were saying about this game is entirely online. We got some gameplays in it. And it's not going to be like a crap ton of people. It's going to be a world with just dozens of people. You can launch nuclear missiles at camps. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. There's going to be a beta. There's going to be a collector's edition where the map of the world will glow in the, and I'm quoting the guy who presented this. The world will, and I quote, glow in the fucking dark. That's what he said. I crap it out. That's exactly what he said. Then we got figures to put on the map, and I believe it will come with the actual helmet with voice modulation and headlights. That's pretty dope. That comes out this year, November 14th. And again, it's entirely online. And I'm looking at this like, I have never played any of the Fallout games, but I could get into this one if a squad that I know is getting it. So I could get into this one. They talked about Fallout Shelter, which was originally on the Xbox One, either there or the phone or both. Now it's coming to the PS4 and the Switch. It's actually out now, really, and it's still free. Then it moved back to Elder Scrolls. Talk about Elder Scrolls Blades, which is a mobile game, which looks sick to be honest, real quick. You know, and it's free, comes out this fall. And then they talk about a new game called Starfield. We don't know much about it, so that's like a in the dark type of game. And then here's the deal. The last 2 or 3 years, I keep saying that Bethesda will present this game, and they never do it. They never said anything about it. We haven't heard a peep about them about this game. And the 1 year when I said, oh, there's no way. They ain't doing it this year. I learned my lesson. They ain't doing it this year. They ain't showing nothing. They are showing nothing about this game. They show Elder Scrolls 6. Elder Scrolls 6. It's still in development, but they still show it. Elder Scrolls 6. So I gave Bethesda a B. So basically the Elder Scrolls games like 6 and Blades really helped out. Fallout 76. I may be intrigued to get in that. Fallout Shelter look dope, obviously. Wolfenstein Youngblood. You know, they started slow, but they finished strong. That's the thing with Bethesda here. Square Enix is next. So we got Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So we got some pre-alpha gameplay. It comes out September 14th, and we already knew about that. Then they talked about a new DLC for Final Fantasy 14 Stormblood Online, Under the Moonlight, which actually is more like a patch, 4.3 rather. And then they talked about Final Fantasy 14 Online crossing over with Monster Hunter World, which is supposed to come out this summer, actually. Then they talk more about the awesome adventures of Captain Spirit, and there's DLC for that game will be free. That game supposed to drop June the 26th. Dragon Quest, they said 9, but that looks like 11 to me. Dragon Quest 11, Echoes of the Elusive Age, that drops this September 4th. Babylon's Fall is coming out to the PS4 and Steam next year. And then, yeah, Nier Automata, they talked about that. And, yeah, again, we talked about that already. We ain't gonna get much into that. Then we got Octopath Traveler for the Switch coming out this July the 13th. And then we got Just Cause 4. Talk more about that a little bit. That would be on Steam, PS4, and Xbox this December 4th. We already mentioned that date. Then we got The Quiet Man. More to come about this game in August for the PS4 and Steam. And then, of course, Kingdom Hearts 3. They showed a different trailer from what Microsoft showed. And we already know PS4, Xbox One. And, yeah. There you go. So, Kingdom Hearts really saved this show, because this show was hurt by no Final Fantasy VII Remake, no Avengers project, no other possible surprises, no real surprises. So Kingdom Hearts saved this show. I gave it a C+. That's the only thing I can give this, a C+. So Kingdom Hearts saved this show. Nier Automata helped out a little bit, but for the most part, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider helped out a little bit, but for the most part, I'm like, yeah, Square Enix, I'm not impressed. All right, let's move on to Ubisoft. So, as usual, they start off with Just Dance 2019. But here's a change, though. That black chick that normally hosts their presentation, she wasn't there. She didn't host. So I wonder what's up with that. Then the show Beyond Good and Evil 2. And there's a very interesting feature involving that game, actually. And that is this. You can put your music, your artwork, your creative ideas in the game. And it's basically I don't know if it's a software or something called Hit Record. And I'm like, oh, I need to look into that. That's interesting. Then it showed us a boring Rainbow Six Siege video where it's not about the game. It's about a documentary rather on the players that play the game, which is coming soon. I'm like, why? Then it showed Trials Rising. They got a closed beta, which is open now. And that game dropped February of next year for the Switch, PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Then it showed more about the Division 2. They brought raids in the game. Raids are coming to the game. 8 players can partner up. Last time it was 4. This time it is 8. There's 3 DLCs. They'll be calling them episodes in year 1. And they're all free. And this game drops March the 15th, 2019. And there will be a beta. And then, of course, they talked about Well, actually, no, they showed Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle in a live orchestra-like concert. That's how they present the game. And DLC will be the DLC. So, DLC. Donkey Kong will be the DLC. So, anything Donkey Kong related for the most part will be DLC in this game. And that drops this month, the 26th. We got Skull and Bones. We got some gameplay. That looks interesting, obviously. And then we got Transference VR. Comes out fall this year. Starlink Battle for Atlas. That joint is on all consoles. Comes out this October the 16th. And it's dope for one reason only. Star Fox is in this game. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And this is like a in-space pilot game. So you in a plane or a jet or whatever, and you in space, you know, shooting out bad guys. And Star Fox is one of the characters. Only on the Nintendo Switch, though. Lucky me. Then it showed For Honor. So we got Matching Fire DLC coming. 4v4 multiplayer mode. It called Breach, which is a work in progress. And the DLC drops, ironically enough, October the 16th. Same as Starlink. Then it showed the Crew 2, where we got an open beta coming out really next week. June the 21st, and then of course Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So you can choose your character at the start. You can either be male or female. They showed us gameplay. That game drops October 5th. So I'm gonna give Ubisoft a B-. There was no surprises, some potential, not edgy like they used to be in the past, and they're missing a black chick. So obviously the Starlink game was a plus. Assassin's Creed Odyssey was mostly a plus rather. The Division 2 was a plus, and Beyond Good and Evil was somewhat a plus, but everything else was like, or whatever. Now let's go into Sony. So Sony, oh my gosh, they start off with The Last of Us Part 2. That trailer or that pre-alpha gameplay that they show is very graphic. I crap you not. Then they gave us an intermission. Why? And then they showed off a bunch of games like in a marathon mode. So they showed off Tetris VR, Days Gone. They put that in there. Trend Mirror, Ghost Giant VR, Beat Saber VR, and then they move on to Destiny 2 Forsaken. And actually, all these games were presented during the intermission. Then, so it wasn't in a fast forward mode; it was in intermission. Then we move on to Ghost to Tsushima. Yeah, that's it. Pre-alpha gameplay, and there was this solo act at the beginning where this dude was playing some type of flute or whatever. That was so long; it was too long. But the music was dope in the game. Very long video, and it was graphic, but not like The Last of Us Part 2. Next up, we got Control. That one has some potential. Showed us some pre-alpha gameplay. Comes out next year. Then here's the surprise. This is arguably the biggest surprise in all the E3. The only one that is on this level, and ironically enough, it's from Capcom as well, is Devil May Cry 5. Resident Evil 2. Yes, Resident Evil 2. They gave us a trailer for the game, which dropped January the 25th. I crap you not. Yeah. Then we got Trover Saves the Universe. We got pre-alpha gameplay. Then we got a different Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer where Sora is swimming. He's literally swimming. There's a PS4 Pro limited edition. There's an all-in-one package only for the PS4. So what I mean by that is this. You get Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5, 2.8, and 3. All in one package. So that's pretty dope. Then it showed off Death Stranding. And they showed a lot of that. There's no release date for that still. Then we got Neo 2. Spider-Man. We got some gameplay there. And then outside of the conference, they showed off Deracine. How you pronounce that joint? There was a trailer, but nothing else to it. And it was like a VR game. So I would give Sony a B. Their big four helps. Resident Evil 2 was huge. And Kingdom Hearts 3 and all the stuff that you could get only for the PS4 was big as well. Now, finally, we move on to Nintendo. So we got Daemon X Machina, which comes out next year. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna, The Golden Country. We got gameplay of that. That drops this September. And then it talked about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which, as we all know, drops November the 16th. And they talk about the Pokeball Plus. When you pick that joint up, you get Mew for free in the game. Then we got Super Mario Party. We got gameplay of it. That drops October 5th. Then we got Fire Emblem, 3 Houses. And there's this one song that they use in that one. I need to look that up. That comes out spring of next year, obviously. Fortnite on the Switch, which is out now. And then we got some indie games. So Overcooked 2 comes out August 7th. Killer Queen Black, 2018 sometime. Hollow Knight, which is out now. And Octopath Traveler, which is coming to the Switch this July the 13th. But the demo is actually out now. The demo came out 2 days ago. And then this the one they went through like a marathon of games. So we talking Starlink, of course, Arena of Valor, Minecraft with Donkey Kong DLC, Snail Game, Dragon Ball Fighter Z or Dragon Ball Fighters, whatever you want to call it, Splatoon 2 DLC, Captain Toad is coming, the Crash Bandicoot trilogy is coming, Ninjala FIFA 19, Ark is coming. That's pretty sick. Paladins is also pretty sick. Fallout Shelter, Dark Souls, Monster Hunter Generation Ultimate, Wolfenstein 2, The World Ends With You, and Mario Tennis Ace. And then they ended off with a bunch of Smash information. So basically, every Smash character from the past is in this one. And they also bring in new characters like the Inkling and Riley from Metroid. So, and Daisy right there. They also got assist trophies, basically like side characters. So if you remember the first ever Marvel vs. Capcom game, not Marvel Super vs. No, this is after that. Marvel vs. Capcom 1, you pick your, I think it's 2 characters. You remember? So yeah, 2 characters, and then you pick a side character. So that's basically what this is to some degree. So they got assist trophies. That's like more than 50 of them. So we're talking Waluigi, Bomberman, and a bunch of others. They even a fake Smash Ball in there, and you can use the GameCube controller on this. So that's pretty dope. And this game drops December the 7th of this year. So I give Nintendo a B. The Smash info was huge, but really nothing else major went along with this. There was no Metroid, no new Metroid like they mentioned last year. Nothing like that. So, yeah, there you go with that. Now, let's talk about the games that were presented on the side. So, a new Catherine. Y'all remember Catherine? It's coming out called Catherine Full Body. It comes out next winter in Japan. So, we're talking this December, January, February, or early part March. It will be on the PS4 and Vita. That's interesting. But it's still coming out on the Western Hemisphere. So, we're talking the Americas and things of that nature. Dead or Alive 6 comes out the first quarter next year, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Divinity, Original Sin 2, same systems. The Golf Club 2019, featuring the PGA Tour. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because normally EA will show up PGA Tour golf games, but apparently they don't have the official license to it no more. This Golf Club squad do. Hitman 2, that drops November 13th, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Mega Man 11 dropped October 2nd for the Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers drops PS4, PC, and Xbox One. And then check this out. Persona 3, Dancing in Moonlight, and Persona 5, Dancing in Starlight drops the first quarter of next year for the PS4 and Vita. Soul Calibur 6 supposed to drop later this year for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Team Sonic Racing. I'm never a fan of Sonic racing games, especially when he's in the car or whatever. We're not a fan of his racing games, period, because it's too unrealistic. But that's coming out to the Xbox One, PS4, Switch, and PC later this year, like the fourth quarter this year. Valkyrie Chronicles 4 coming to the Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC on the third quarter this year. And we got 2 Yakuza games. Yakuza Kiwami 2 comes out August the 28th on PS4. And Yakuza 0 coming out, we don't know when, but also coming out on the PS4 as well. So that's my coverage for E3. So this coming Wednesday, I will bring you guys another Fortnite video where I will take a look back at my 10 questions and answers for this year's E3. I'm going to see if they have been answered or I gave the wrong answer. We'll talk about it. So with that said, y'all know who this is. This is your boy, the new Jay Gatsby, aka New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.